Hello everyone, my name is Devinder Kaur and today we are going to discuss about our next cue card which states that describe an English class or lesson that you find interesting or you enjoyed. So in this cue card you will have to mention the upcoming cues in which the first cue is when and where did you take the class, second cue is what was taught in the class, and the third cue is what did the teacher do that made the class enjoyable, or you all, especially you, found it interesting. Well, it is quite necessary that the teacher must have done something interesting, or teacher would have used some special teaching aids or tools to make the class lesson or chapter interesting. So first of all, let us discuss about the ideas. The first idea I would like to give you is that you were weak in grammar from class 6, or since childhood you were weak in grammar and you were not able to get good scores in it. So you so in class 10 or in any class, or you went to a special coaching center or institute to learn about grammar, and the teacher there told you in the most interesting way. They created a group, they created different groups actually, in which they had to make conversations on the spot topic, and whenever a student or whenever a group member makes any kind of grammatical mistake, the teacher points it out and each and every person knew their mistakes, and you were the part of the competition, and that's why you found it interesting, because after that your English improved a lot. Okay, you can add this one. Other idea related to is that in the school time or during the college time, you can add the college time too, you read a story but you found it boring. So teacher in the class did the summary or explained the story in a most impressive or interesting way that you got captivated there, and you were like, yes, that's the right way to dictate a story. Okay, moreover, you can say that the teacher used these special tools like smart class. She used a presentation, she also used some models and pictures. Okay, she showed you some animated videos to create an imagination in your mind, so the whole story become not only the thought provoking but also imaginative. So that's why you found that class, that lesson interesting. Okay, I believe that these two ideas are good, are enough. The third idea you can add is you are weak in vocabulary and you wanted to learn vocabulary in the most simplest and easy way, and the teacher did some tricks. She created a competition, she made the chits for the each and every individual. They had to write the vocabulary of the given word in the chit and then exchange it between the students, and when it is exchanged, the students will have to open the chit and will have to check if the vocabulary is correct or not, and if the student is in doubt, that student can ask the teacher. Okay, so there are various ways a teacher can teach each and every child to make the lesson or class interesting. Okay, but remember one thing, in this cue card you will have to mention only the English class. You can add English story, a poem you found boring, grammar, vocabulary, advanced English lesson for the grammar and vocabulary. Okay, you can add any kind of ideas into it. If you remember a story, you can add a little bit of summary into it. You can say that the teacher used this smart class, the special aided tools, okay, audiovisual aids, she used the audiovisual aids, and you can also mention that she used some animated videos in which they were speaking, and the cartoons were speaking, which you found interesting and you still can't forget that class. Okay, so these are the ideas, and moreover you all had requested me to upload the cue cards into the written form. So this is the first time I'm going to upload them in the written form, so that it becomes easy for you all to write down the cue card or to note down the important vocabulary and sentence structures. Okay, so let's get started with the cue card, the sample answer of the cue card. Describe an English class or lesson that you found interesting or that you enjoyed. Since English is not my first language, I often found it boring in my school days. However, in the contemporary epoch, it is necessary to learn language skills, especially of the one which is spoken worldwide. Thus, to learn the advanced English skills, I joined an English learning institute along with my friends, which is present at my doorsteps. Also, the learning of English is necessary for my further studies. I do not need to jog my memory as I vividly remember that it is an instance of last month when there were presentations of all students in the class. They all had to make conversations about on-the-spot topics in English in front of the whole class. Undoubtedly, all the topics were quite catchy, whether related to current affairs or ethics. At some instants, the whole class got amused, and at some times, the conversations got serious relating to the topic. All the students in the classroom, including me, found this way of learning advanced English quite fascinating. Through this class, not only I learned advanced vocabulary and important sentence structures, but also necessary grammatical rules. In addition, I learned about new ways of making communication interesting. This unique method of teaching captivated me as well as my desire to learn this language increased. So this was the cue card, describe an English class or lesson that you enjoyed. I hope you found this video useful, and if you found it useful, do share it with your friends and IELTS mates and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.